All right, so today I want to talk to you about how to start a profitable virtual assistant agency where you actually offer marketing services. And I also want to share with you why this is such a lucrative niche service to offer. Because let's be honest, every business needs to make money and they need marketing services. Now, if you want to grow a virtual assistant agency, you're going to be hiring virtual assistants and you're going to be placing them in the business of your clients. So typically this is going to be small business owners, mid-sized companies. You can even sell these services to corporations. And your job is that you're going to find these clients and you're going to do the sales. And then you're going to go find virtual assistants and you're going to manage them. So you're not going to be doing the marketing, which I'm going to talk about exactly today, like how this works, but you're not going to be doing that. So I want you to change your mindset from thinking, okay, I need to be involved in the day-to-day of the marketing for my clients. No, you do not have to do that. Once you have the right systems in place, your virtual assistants are going to go work in your client's business. You're just going to make sure that the client's happy, the VA is doing their job, and the VA has the tools and resources they need to do their job. All right, so let's talk about how this business model works. You're going to place marketing assistants into someone else's business. And this is how you want to market this type of VA agency business. And like I've said in previous videos, you can offer all types of services in your VA agency. You can offer administrative tasks, you can offer customer service, email management, CRM setup, AI automations. You can do a host of other tasks. You can decide that, hey, I'm going to offer marketing and we're going to do administrative services. And so our clients can choose what they need help with. Or you can brand and niche your virtual assistant agency where you just focus mainly on marketing and you don't really do other things. But I always am of the opinion that with the VA agency business model, it's always good to kind of have that little wiggle room. But we'll talk about this throughout the video. So number one, let's talk about the services that you can offer with a VA agency that focuses on marketing. The first in-demand service is going to be social media management. So many businesses just need this. They want to have a presence on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, different types of platforms. They need to be able to post content, keep up with all the changing algorithms, make sure that the content is getting engagement on it. That is a lot for businesses to keep up with, and they don't know all the different trends. And let's be honest, platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, they are constantly changing all of their algorithms. Like one year, this is popular. Another time, this is popular. And I will tell you, especially with Instagram, they change their algorithm like every 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, it's constantly changing, okay? And there's pros and cons to this, but businesses don't have time to figure out what's the latest Instagram trend that's going to drive engagement to their content and then get people to go to their website and buy their products and services. That's where your VA agency comes in, because your VAs already know this when you train them the right way and when you give them the tools they need to be successful at their job working for your clients. Another service that's in high demand is editing short form video. So with this, you're going to take podcast interviews, you're going to take Zoom calls, and you're going to create different short form clips from one long video. This is really popular with podcast hosts. So many personal brands, coaches, consultants, even media companies have video podcasts. You can also offer video editing services. Now, this is a little bit different because like with YouTube, right? You need to edit videos a certain way for the algorithm to be able to push it out and to grow your audience here on YouTube. So you want to have a professional who knows how to do this. Another one is podcast editing. So some businesses do not really have video, but they have a podcast that's audio only, and they need your VA team to edit the audio portion of it, to post the show notes, which is a description of what the audio is talking about. It also has relevant links, and that helps with SEO. And then your VA team is going to promote every single episode on multiple social media platforms. Now, that brings me to the next service that people need help with, which is email marketing. Okay, this is a big one, and this is a big money maker because email marketing is known to convert at a higher rate than any other platform. Companies actually make money from email when they know how to do it the right way. So you're going to be helping your clients with their email newsletter. Maybe they have a weekly newsletter that has to go out. And so your VA team can be writing those newsletters and making sure they go out every single week. Or maybe your client wants to do it just like twice a month. There's also email funnels, email marketing funnels. So someone goes to a business's website, they sign up for a free digital product or even a paid digital product, and then they get a series of automatic emails coming in succession. So that could be like a 4 or 5 day email sequence. This is really like a sales funnel, and these are automations that business owners do not know how to do, but they're super easy. When you have the right email marketing tool, you can do all this. And also, by the way, I just want to let you know, there's a tool that I use for my agency where we do email marketing, we do social media management. It's called Go High Level. I highly recommend you look into using this tool because you could even create your agency website on it. You can send client invoices. You can actually send electronic contracts when you start working with clients. And it's just one low price that I pay. I've saved so many money because we had so many different apps. I had a separate app for this, another one for that. And so we switched over to Go High Level and I love it. So if you want to try it out free for 14 days, I have a special link below this video where you can sign up and try it out. All right, the next one is lead generation. Now, lead generation is a kind of broad term where you're going to be helping clients get new leads. Now, with lead generation, this is where we go back to that email marketing, okay? So people are going to come to your client's website, they're going to opt into some freebie, and then you have this email sequence. Lead generation can also involve paid advertising, like doing Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, Google ads. These platforms allow you to pay a small advertising fee to generate leads and to push your content in front of new audiences. So you can even offer paid advertising. Then there's website design and graphic design. So this is a big one, and my agency, we do offer this service and we do funnel building as well. We use Go High Level to do all this. That's why I recommend you try it out or try to use it in your business. You'll save so much money and you actually make money. We have a bunch of templates that we use for websites, sales funnels. And what we do is we build all this out in our Go High Level account, and then we go and just plug it into our client's business. And so we can create websites like really, really fast. My team can create a website within 1 week. That's because we use templates. Now, the other thing you can do is you can offer logos. You can also do branding where you're going to help your client create a specific visual presence, or you can help them with their messaging, making sure everything's cohesive. They're using similar fonts, colors, and also their messaging is cohesive too, right? So branding is a whole science, and you could decide to offer that. Another service you could do is outreach services, and this is more marketing outreach. This is where, let's say your client is a coach or a consultant, maybe they have a podcast, or maybe they just want to build their personal brand and they want to get in front of new people. You can actually go find other podcast hosts and try to get your client on their podcast to be interviewed. This is actually an entire industry where businesses pay podcast guesting services. So the whole goal is so that your client is on multiple podcasts. And as they're seen on multiple podcasts and they get their website out and they're promoting their services, this is how they become more visible and they grow their brand because they're getting in front of other people's audiences. So let's say you find a podcast that has 1 million followers, they're like very popular. You want to reach out to the podcast host and try to get your client to appear as a guest. And so when they do that, they can actually promote their URL to their website or just even mentioning themselves, just even appearing on a popular podcast. Like, for example, have you ever seen this podcast, which is really popular, and I actually like this podcast a lot. It's called The Diary of a CEO, right? So like if your client is a doctor or a psychologist and they get on that podcast, their business most likely will explode and they will have so many inquiries, so many people going to their website because this is a prestigious podcast. It's popular. It gets, millions of views and downloads. So you can charge really good money to do this. And your virtual assistants are going to be doing all the work. They're going to be doing all the outreach. They're also going to be researching different podcasts for your clients to appear on. All right. So if you want to learn how to grow this type of business model, I do have a community where I show you how to do this. We have training. We show you how to set up your agency and set up and package your services. And also, I show you how to price your services. So if you want to learn more about my membership community, go ahead and click on the link below this video, and I will see you in the next video.